Hi guys, so welcome to part 5 of my PlayStation 2 games collection. Part 5, eh? Yeah, we're over halfway, I would say. Yeah. This could be what, 8, 9 parts it could be, probably. Just I like to blather about the games, I could easily get them over and done with just by like showing them, like, and then, saying this game and then putting it away. But I like to talk about them. Give you a quick, a brief opinion on them. Yeah, let's get started with Tomb Raider Anniversary. So I've got this game now in HD. I don't really need this game anymore. I've got it on the Tomb Raider trilogy for the PS3, which is really good, by the way. I really like the trilogy. So I really like these HD remakes. That they're these HD compilations they're making for the PS3 and Xbox 360. I think it's a really good idea. So yes, this is on it. I've not played it on the HD collection yet, but I did play this. However, I played it to like level 4, and the graphical wise, it is really good, But as for gameplay, it's all right, but I just keep getting lost. I find the newer Tomb Raiders, apart from Tomb Raider Legend, I find the newer Tomb Raiders really tough to figure out where you're supposed to be going. Especially in this game, I didn't have a damn clue where I was going, so that kind of put me off the game. But I did like the T-Rex boss fight. It wasn't long after that I got stuck, which was a shame because that boss fight was amazing. I really enjoyed that, an excellent boss fight. But yeah, a nice looking game, but I don't know, I just find it really complicated. I should really give it another shot though. Final Fantasy X2. Don't really know how it got a 9 out of 10. Must have been a Final Fantasy fanboy, because it's not really that great. I mean, I loved Final Fantasy X. The only thing I didn't like about Final Fantasy X was the Sophia grid. But they got rid of it in this, which I'm all for. But apart from that, it wasn't that good. I like the characters. I like Yuna. I like Riku. They're really good characters. I'm not sure about the other female. I can't remember her name. But I like Yuna. She's nice, and Riku. They're really good characters. But the game's just it's just meh, in my opinion. I like how it's got rid of the Sophia grid. And but I don't like is it's not turn-based battle anymore. You have to be quick and like attacking and stuff, or the enemy will attack you first. I mean, I like to think and like figure out what I'm doing, so I don't end up doing the wrong moves. I end up rushing and then doing the wrong moves. That pisses me off. I hate it when that happens. I prefer turn-based RPGs. I'm sure you know what I mean if you've played both versions, both games versions. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Oh my god. I remember when I first got this, right? When I first seen this on eBay, right? It was not long after I got the PS2. And basically, I had the Sega Mega Drive, but it was away in attic because I had no room for it because I had the PS1, and then I got the PS2 after that. And yeah, I had no room for the Sega Mega Drive, so up in the attic it went along with the games. I really miss playing Sonic the Hedgehog. When I seen this on eBay for £12, I must have been like 12-year-old at the time. I must have went on a blooming, I must have went blooming crazy. I must have marked the hell out basically. Cause I can remember being really excited. I remember buying this like £12 straight away, because it was just so blooming awesome. And when I got it, I played it to death. Cause I just loved how you could play Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Bloody amazing. But I've got the original Mega Drive versions. I've got this, and I've got the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection for the PS3. So I own like 3 copies of the Sonic games. So yeah, I don't really need this anymore. But the only reason why I'm keeping this is for the Game Gear games. You get Sega Game Gear games, but I don't think you get on any other compilation. Sonic or Sega compilation. So yeah, I'm keeping hold of it for that. Not that I'm a big fan of the Game Gear games, which I'm not really. But they're always good to have. Can't make up my mind up. 007 Nightfire. It's supposed to be a really good game, actually. I've not really played it. I played the first 2 missions and really enjoyed it. And that was about 2 years ago. But yeah, it seemed like a really good, really fun first-person shooter Bond game. Really good. I've recently found out as well that you can play like deathmatch in this. It's like an arcade mode or a game mode thing for death matches. We can play as characters, I think, like Goldfinger. Goldfinger and the man with the golden gun, Mr. Scaramanga. You can play as them, so I'm all for that. I need to give this a shot just for that, because I think that would be really, really awesome. Yeah, 007 Nightfire. I need to give that more of a shot. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Bloody awesome game. I was actually really surprised, you know, when I first got this. I was like, oh my god, it's a bloody movie title, it's going to be shit. But to be honest, it was bloody amazing. It blew me away. I loved it so much. Yeah, you play as Man, you can play as Kong, as you can see, that's you as Jack, first person shooter version. And then you can play as Kong. Not a fan of Kong, as playing as Kong. I just found it looked pretty crap. And you know, I just didn't find it fun at all. But playing as Jack, you know, when it's a first-person shooter, I think it's amazing. You know, how you can use guns, or you can pick up sticks and throw it at dinosaurs and like scorpions and oversized crabs and stuff. Yeah, you kill them with fire and pointy sticks. Yeah, it's bloody awesome. It's unique in that way. So yeah, I really liked that game. I was pleasantly surprised. My favourite arcade collection, Theatre Legends 2. What can I say? It's just bloody tremendous, you know. The sole reason why I bought this game, I only bought this for one game, okay? It was only later on that I decided, you know, that I started to love the other games as well. The only thing I bought this game for was G Darius. Because I remember playing the PlayStation 1 demo of G Darius, and you know, it was a side-scrolling, a side-scrolling shooter, and it was absolutely awesome. It looked really good, and I basically got it for that because it's got amazing soundtrack, amazing gameplay, just an amazing game. And you know, and then I started to play some of the other games like Puzzle Bobble, what was the other game, Poochie Carrot or something? Yeah, games like that, and I loved them so much. It's a really fantastic game, and you get quite a lot of like Space Invaders, different types of Space Invaders games, which I love. I love Space Invaders, you know. It's always good for, you know, a quick shot of Space Invaders. So yeah, Theatre Legends 2, my favourite of the arcade collections on the PS2. It is tremendous. Highly recommended for arcade game fans if you don't have it already. Sims 2. Yeah, really good game. This is actually the second copy of the game I had to get because I actually bought this game brand new. And it was a platinum version. This is non-platinum, but I had the platinum version, and I was tidying my room while, you know, I had the Sims paused on the screen. So I wanted to tidy my room a bit, so I left the Sims on. I had a pile of books in my hand. It fell. The pile of books fell onto my PS2. The PS2 the books must have pressed the lid down. And then when I took the disc out, the game obviously froze. I took the disc out and had a massive ring round it, like a massive ring, like scratch. And then of course after that I didn't play, it just kept freezing. So yeah, I put it through a cleaner and it started to work, but it kept lagging. The game was like really out of sync and it kept freezing, but it did work. But yeah, it was really annoying and inconvenient to play. I was like it was like 2 days after I bought it brand new for like £12. I was gutted. So yeah, I think I got a full working copy of Sims 2, and it's a really good game, guys. You know, really good game. A lot easier than Sims 3, and probably more enjoyable, to be honest. I can't get the hang of Sims 3, to be honest. I keep saying that, don't I? Shit. The Simpsons Hit and Run. Button version. It's the Simpsons version of Grand Theft Auto, basically, and it is surprisingly fun because you know it's published by Sierra. I don't like that company. You know, I've played lots of Sierra games. I do not like that company, but this is a really good game. I really enjoyed it. Not played it in years, but you know, I had some really funny quotes, some really cool missions, mixture of like hit and run missions and bombing races and shit, and it was really fun, you know. Like I say, the cartoony version of, you know, Grand Theft Auto, but with Simpsons characters, so it's awesome. It's awesome. Completed it, but with a challenge. It got really tough. Canis Canem Edit, or Bully, as it's known in America. Another Grand Theft Auto type game. Well, it is Rockstar, but you're in a school. and you can kick teachers and punch teachers and shit, and you know, I did like it at first, but it got boring really quickly, in my opinion. It's just not really a game that I can really get into, so I might go back to it or I might sell it, but I'm not sure. I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. Oh, I keep saying to be honest. Right. Need for Speed Carbon. Tremendous. You know, I love the Need for Speed Street Racers. They're my favourite Need for Speed games, and this is just tremendous, you know. I like how you have teammates, you know. You have teammates, and basically you win, like, you like race together, you know. And it's that girl, there's a girl in this, is it Nicola Bogier or something? I don't know what her name is, but you know, the game's tremendous, got some awesome soundtracks. You know, I can't remember her name. Amanda Bogier, I can't remember her name. But yeah, really good game, Need for Speed Carbon. I've been wanting to get it on the PS3, but still a pretty decent price on the PS3. Don't know why that is. But yeah, Need for Speed Carbon, awesome game. Gran Turismo 3. Gran Turismo 3 is like the first Gran Turismo I played on the PS2. Was it the first one that came out on the PS2? I think it was. Or was it that Gran Turismo Tokyo game? I don't know what one came out first, but this was tremendous. You know, this just bloody amazing. I've spent hundreds of hours playing this game. You know, when I first got it, it just blew me away. I actually didn't originally own this game. Actually, a friend actually gave me a line of it for like a week or something, and I've played it for hours and hours and hours on end. And eventually, I did end up buying the game. And yeah, it's got a tremendous soundtrack, like from Feeder and stuff. You know, really good soundtrack, and a really good selection of cars. And coming from Gran Turismo 1, you know, the graphics were tremendous. You know, it was just breathtaking, to be honest. So I did eventually buy the game after I gave this back to my friend, you know, and then I stupidly sold it to get Gran Turismo 4. Yeah, Gran Turismo 4, you know, tremendous as well. Really, really fantastic game. I would say it's probably the better of the two. Just because you get more tracks, you get more cars. Look at that, man. 700 different cars, man. 50 tracks. You know, it's a huge game. You know, for a PS2 game and having all those cars and stuff, it's tremendous. But I did regret selling Gran Turismo 3, but I eventually bought it back. You know, so I'm happy with that. So Gran Turismo 4 is awesome as well. Obviously, the only thing I don't like about them is the licenses, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? You can't have it always, can you? Does that sound rude? No, I hope not. Devil May Cry 1. Bloody amazing. This game just blew my mind, and I had a friend at high school that used to play this game like age, you know, loads and loads as well. You know, he used to play it over and over again, just like me. So basically, we had some pretty interesting conversations about Devil May Cry, you know. So yeah, Devil May Cry 1. What can I say? The game's just perfect. In my opinion, it's perfect. You know, every way, story, characters, gameplay, enemies, they're perfect. You know. I'm still wondering what one's better, the original or Devil May Cry 3, because I love them both. I honestly can't choose because they're all tremendous, you know. Let's see, buddy. Tetris World. I'm not the biggest Tetris fan, but obviously if you just want a quick game, you know, if you don't want to play Space Invaders or something, you know, have a game of Tetris or something instead. So it's Tetris World. You get tons of different types of Tetris, 6 variations, and now with story mode and 4-player arcade. Yeah, so it's got a story mode. I can't remember. It's been years since I played this. So yeah, Tetris World. You want a quick game or something? Pick up Tetris World. Or don't. It's up to you. Devil May Cry 2. Meh. I'm sorry. I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan. And I wanted to like this so much, but it was disappointing. It was disappointing. You know, it's not the worst of games, it's still playable. I still completed it twice, once with Dante and once with Lucia. That's what I liked about this game. You play as 2 different characters, that's good, but I found it pretty repetitive and not really too good. I don't like to admit that, but I wasn't too impressed. And of course, Devil May Cry 3. Tremendous. They went back and the woman, they made a good job Thank God for that, you know. Because after Devil May Cry 2, the series did not look like it was going to go very well, but it did eventually. It went downhill a bit again, but you know, Devil May Cry 1 and 3 will always be, in my opinion, tremendous. You know, I'll always go back and play them. You know, just amazing. You know, again, they've all got great soundtracks as well. So, but I do plan to get these games again. I want to get these games on HD. You know, they've released the Devil May Cry trilogy, HD trilogy for these games, and I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that eventually, once it comes down in price. But if I get that, I'll probably still keep these because I just want to keep them, I suppose. I just want to keep them because they're so awesome, and I don't mind having the originals as well as the HD, you know, remakes or you know reboots. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next part. I'm glad we've got a lot to get through, haven't we? So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later. See you guys.